Hello, hi, it's Liz here and I'm back. Let me just check that we're on. Yes, we are on. I was having some problems setting up the phone there with the camera. So number 19, or the prompt for the 19th. And we are on, let's see, paper bag handle and slow stitching. So slow stitching isn't really a thing I have done before, but as luck would have it, let's just move the journal out of the way. As luck would have it, actually just the other week I ordered this beautiful book about stitching, like mixing stitching with journaling, capturing domestic life and textile art, and it's just got the most gorgeous cover. So it's by Ali Ferguson and it says £25, but I got it from Amazon and I think it was about £14. It was on a special offer, so you might be able to get it from there. I've not had a proper look yet. I've had one of those quick flip throughs that you do when you get something new, but I've not had a proper read. But I can tell right away that it does merge like a journaling type of thing, a kind of junk journaling type, bits of fabric with you know, doing little stitches on postcards, on paint chips, and it's just do you know, it's just one of those books, and I pondered over it for ages. It was in my what do you call it, you know, save for later on Amazon, and let me just give you a wee quick. It's just absolutely, and I think it's like it's divided into different categories. So that's wonky patchwork portraits, and there's projects from different people, stories from the snug, and there's like an old washboard that's been kind of journalified. It's just absolutely gorgeous, and I can't wait to properly read and maybe have a go at a couple of the projects. Anyway, that ties in, I think, with slow stitching, and yeah. So I've got my handle. This isn't really very exciting, but this is what I've come up with. I'm going to make, I've done 2 or 3, they're here, little flags that you can flag on a page or add to another project, and that's my extent of slow stitching. So you can guess, kind of guess how we're going to do this. I'm going to do a little bit of stamping. I've got a pale tomato and my black, and I've got my little stamp set here, which is the one I seem to be using all the time. Tidbits CMS 488, Tim Holtz Collection, Stampers Anonymous. And I've just been picking out narrow stamps that, well, by and large, they're all quite narrow, but there might be the odd one that's maybe just a little bit too broad for my handle. No, probably everything would fit. Anyway, we will go for this one. This is a nice long one. I'm only going to do 1 or 2 because I don't think this is terribly exciting. And yeah, and I'm not the best at with a needle and thread, but I'm hoping with my little book. Now I'm going to stamp a little bit in so that I've got room for my stitching at the end. So we'll just go for there. Yeah. And then we'll just cut it into a little flag shape, just by judging it by eye. We can square that off. I am going to use a little bundle of napkins and my thread, which is actually embroidery floss, but what I've done is I've taken it and I've split it from 6 strands to 3 strands. I've got a little bag of loose embroidery thread, which I think was from my late mum's. My mum was a great cross stitcher. You may have seen some of my mum's cross stitches on the wall when I did my craft room tour. So just 4 wee holes. You could use a little bit of sponge or an old mouse mat. This little bundle of napkins is doing fine. So 4 holes, just because it would be quite hard to get the needle through, I think, because these handles are kind of double jointed. Right, we need to go through from the back, of course, so that we've got our little tail on the back. And I'm just going to put a dab of glue. I'm going to hold it anyway so that I don't lose my tail. So I'll just put my thumb on top of that and then my finger, and we'll just go across just to make a little multiplication sign, and then up through that one. So, this is the afternoon, and this morning we went out and we went into the city centre, but it was absolutely miserable, pouring the rain, wee bit gusty wind, just the typical Scottish day. Although having said that, it's actually not been too bad so far this year. Right, just a little dab, just to keep those 2 ends. I know I could probably faff about and tie knots and do all sorts of nonsense, but you know, I'm not really up for nonsense. We'll just do that, and that'll hold it enough, and then we can just that'll dry in, and we can just tidy that bit up a little bit, and there we have a nice flag for. Now I have, let me just move that out the way. I've used my bookmark that we made because I thought it might be quite nice to put just on this old newspaper, because it just kind of matches, and I thought it might be quite nice just there, and we can just stamp our 19 above there and just use that little flag. In fact, I think we'll maybe do that just now, and then we'll make one more. So yeah, so we were in Glasgow and in the city centre, and it was absolutely, and I really wanted to kind of have a nice wee wander, take a wee video of some of the Christmas lights and some of the buildings that have been all done up for Christmas, but it wasn't to be. So, because I was going to add it on to the end of this video, because I knew that this one might not be all that long, and I thought I'll do a nice Christmassy visit to the city centre, and you can see some of the lights on Buchanan Street, and some of the, which is actually the nicest street for lights, because there's a jeweller that has really gone to town, and it's like a faux big parcel that they've put on the front of the building. It's quite a big building. I think they've got 3 floors, this jeweller, and it's an old building, and they've made it as if it's a big parcel being wrapped up with a bow, and then there's a little train set above the door, goes round. It's quite cute. Yeah, that's just a little bit of something in a corner, isn't it? Right, let's do one more with this, just to use this up. I'm just going to cut that off, actually, that bendy bit. Right, there's my needle. So we'll do one with the red ink this time. So we'll take that off. And let's see what we can do. When we do that, copies of this may be had at any time. There we are. So we've done most of the food shopping. We've got our turkey joint and a ham joint, and we've got our Brussels sprouts, stuffing, cranberry, stuff like that. We have still to do the drinks. So we're going to do that tomorrow. We'll go to the big Tesco, get the carry out, get the festive drinks and the mixers and different wee bits and bobs, some crisps, and yeah. Now will we do another? Oh, I already did the red one with the three stripes, so I think we'll just do another wee multiplication sign. So we've already watched some Christmas movies. We've watched now the new cartoon that's out. What's it called? Is it That Christmas? I think it's called That Christmas. Oh, highly recommend. It's a lovely film. So we've watched that. We've watched Love Actually. We've watched the Lindsay Lohan one. Can't remember what it's called. We've still to watch our very favourite, Save the Holiday for Christmas Eve, because it's just the best one, I think. We love The Holiday, and we have watched it every year since it came out, many times, and we play a wee game, hubby and I, about who remembers the next line. We practically know the script off by heart, and it's just really nice. And I'm not especially a big Jude Law fan, but I have to say, in The Holiday, he is really a bit of all right. He's nice in The Holiday. I do like it. Let's see if we can get in there. There we are. I think using the red ink is a nice wee change. Makes it look more labelly. I'm trying to think what else we've watched. Oh yes, the Nativity. Yes, I like the Nativity. Now there's a Nativity, what you call it, 2 and a Nativity 3. We watched just the original one because I don't think the other ones are supposed to be very good. So we just watch the first one, which is good. Yeah, and we'll just cut that little extra bit off. I think these are quite cute actually, and quite handy to have in your little box of whatnots. Remember the whatnots? They were fun. So yeah. Let's just tidy up and see. Oh, there we are. I've got my wee glass of iron brew today. I usually have diluting juice, but we had some iron brew left from something else, and I thought, oh, I'm going to have a glass of that. But yes, these are, oh, I think we've already put one in. I suppose we could double layer it. You could have two, if my page hadn't run out, we could have had two. But one is enough. It's also something you could add to one of the other prompts that you've done. That was just the other day I did that one. That could go on there. Yeah, there's lots of wee corners. Isn't there? A red one could match that. That's from one of the coffee shops. That sticker. That's quite cool. Oh, and there's some red machine stitching there. No, it's just enough to like fill a wee corner, I think. Let's see. I'll need to do something. It keeps sliding out. Doesn't really matter right enough, but I maybe need to get a wee paper clip that on, because it's annoying me every time I flip through the book. Here's a blue one that'll do. That's better. See, we could even have that on the others. No, that's a bit silly, isn't it? Could you see what I did there? It's a bit silly, isn't it? Sometimes we've just got to try things. Right, what else have I got? That could actually go nice there. Anyway, and now I'm just faffing. So that's 19, and it's paper bag handle and slow stitching. Yeah, and remember, if you have still something to buy to treat yourself for Christmas or somebody else, add this to your shopping list. It's just such a nice book. Look at that. So yes, it's in chapters of like whereabouts in the home you would get inspiration. So I think what it is, look at the rubber glove. I think so it's in different rooms. So there's kitchen, so you could use like old like an old tea towel and put a recipe on it, or an old you know, cookery book. So John Nana's cake, and then it's nice wee pieces of embroidery and everything. It's just lovely. An envelope. And stories from the scullery. Sculleries, my goodness, that's going back. Okay, so that's me done for today. I think I'm up to date. I think this is, and now let me see, is it Saturday 20, Sunday 21, Monday 20? No, I think I must be a day behind then. Anyway, doesn't matter. Oh no, I think I am up to date because there isn't a 20. Yeah, I'm up to date. So I might do another project that's not to remember over the weekend, but we're going to be doing the rest of the Christmas food shopping and the drinks shopping, and then Sunday we're going to be doing the big clean. And for our visitors coming on Christmas Day, because on Monday we can't do the clean because it's hubby's birthday. So he won't want to do the clean on Monday, of course not. We're going out for something to eat at some point. I don't know what he's decided yet. And then Tuesday's Christmas Eve. So It's a busy few days ahead, but I'm sure I will be back in the room at some point to do something. So yeah, so thanks for joining me today. If you've enjoyed the video, a thumbs up would be great, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.